Hey, good morning, millionaires. Good morning,
You have something
millionaires.
special. You have greatness in you.
Let's
Hello, this is
go.
Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because
Facts.
we're going to bring the millionaire out of you. Please enter your.
Let's go. All right, it's
Thank
check-in
you.
time. Rep your city.
Please announce yourself.
Let them know we in the house.
All participants are muted. Entry and exit tones are off.
All right, all right. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope everybody's feeling good this morning, man. My name is Haziq Ali, and my simple purpose is to help you make more money with your business. I've been running businesses my entire life. I've never had the safety and security of a job. I've never supported my children or kind of like I don't know, lent money to my friends or funded dreams for different of the people around me's businesses, et cetera, and so forth, with nothing but my own blood, sweat, and tears. I've never had somebody tell me, hey, this is what time you got to get up. You know, hey, this is what time you got to be here. This is what time you can leave. This time, this is when you can take lunch. You know, I never had none of that. All I've ever done is build businesses. All I've ever done is sales. I have a huge event coming up in the beginning of June called Advanced Sales Mastery. You're going to love this, you know, so I hope you're ready for it. But right now, it's check-in time. We're going to get into today's subject in a minute, which is all about achieving the impossible. We're going to talk about how to change your perspective and achieve the impossible. But right now, I want to make sure you're here. I want to make sure you're in the house. So rep your city. You know, what kind of business do you have? How do you help people? We want to know about it. Good morning, Ashley. What's up, Queen? Yeah, my man Ken made it in this morning. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Vanessa? Yuli. What's up, Yuli? Samaya's in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. My man P.O. is in the house. Let's go. Let's go. I appreciate that, P.O. So this morning what we're talking about is kind of like how you can achieve the impossible. How you can achieve the impossible. First thing I want you to write in your notes, first thing I want you to maybe type in the comments is impossible is just an opinion. Do me a favor, share this and put in the caption. You know how when you share it on Facebook, for instance, you can put something in the caption. Put this in the caption. Impossible is just an opinion. Impossible is just an opinion. I dare you. Impossible is just an opinion. This is what we mean by changing your perspective. You feel me? Impossible is just an opinion. And then share that thing. What's up, Dana? What's up? What's up? Impossible is just an opinion. Is that a fact, Sade? Let's go, Daryl. Okay, Miss Hodge. Impossible is just an opinion. Let's go, Cindy. Impossible is just an opinion. Who feel me on that? Mrs. Goins feel me. Mrs. Goins feel me. Wilmington, North Carolina is in the house. Impossible is just an opinion. Let's go. Let's go. I'm trying to get your mind right this morning. If your dreams, if your dreams don't scare you, they ain't big enough. If your dreams don't scare you, they ain't big enough. I don't know if you ever considered it, but your dreams should be wild. Your dreams should be supernatural. I got this vision board coloring book we did, right? And on the front of that coloring book is a Bentley. I promise you, I never rode in a Bentley until I bought one. But this is proof that your dreams should be wild. Your dreams should be supernatural. Because one thing about the way the human becoming works, that's right, I said human becoming. I don't call us human beings. I call us humans becoming. And you can only become tomorrow what you're becoming today. You get what I'm saying? Don't let that, right? But the coldest thing about being a human is that you ain't never going to go further than your dreams. So everybody around you should be trying to persuade you to do the impossible, not trying to hold you back from it. Your dreams should be unrealistic. You got me? And when your efforts fall flat, you're going to fail tremendously. This is life, baby. This is the way you know you're on the right path. You got me? So what's your biggest dream? What's the one goal you have that feels a little bit impossible to achieve? Why do you think it's impossible? Because it's what other people told you? Or because it's you who don't believe you can do that? The success on that level is for other people? The devil is a liar. Maybe it's all the above, but the devil is a liar. You got me? Somebody say impossible is just an opinion. If you're just now getting here, we're talking about 5 ways that you're going to change your perspective today. Because we sell ourselves short. We start aiming for the easily achievable. You know, my mentor said something wild. Y'all. He was like, yo, the problem with most people's lives ain't that they aim too high and miss. It's that they aim too low and hit it right smack dab in the center. Here's my mentor. This thing just hung up the line, y'all. Hold up just a second. Share this with somebody. Share this with 3 people on your timeline and come back and holler at us. Share this with 3 people on your timeline and then come right back. And then be like, done. That's right, Daryl. Impossible is just an opinion, bro. Impossible is just an opinion. Appreciate that, Dana. Appreciate that, Cindy. Yeah, you feel me, Jasmine? Yeah, appreciate that. Let's go. Yeah, peace to the gods. Let's go. Yeah, Daryl. Let's go, Samaya. Let's get it. Appreciate that. Hey, Justice, share this with 3 people, bro. Share this with 3 people, especially entrepreneurs. You know, entrepreneurs are my favorite people on the planet. Here go my mentor.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you. Just hold on.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. All right.
All participants are muted. Entry tones are off.
Hey,
Exit tones are on.
That was wild. But yeah, what my mentor always says, for those of you that don't know, or this might be your first time tuning in, my mentor is a man of greatness named Les Brown, right? And what he always talks about is how basically you ain't got to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. What a thought, right? Because once you recognize that success ain't about the destination, that success is about the journey, once you recognize you might not be able to change your whole life overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. Once you start to recognize that when we shoot for the stars and miss, at least we by the moon. Really to quote me, shoot for the moon, and if you miss, at least you're amongst the stars. But that ain't really how it works. Stars is mad far away. So if you miss the stars, at least you're near the moon. You know what I mean? But my whole point is that once you decide you're going to dream bigger, your whole life becomes bigger. And it's all a matter of perspective. I want you to think about this. Everything you've ever accomplished in life was once an impossible dream. Everything we've ever accomplished on this planet was once an impossible dream. Every skill that you have right now was once unknown to you. Does that make sense to somebody? Once we dreamed of going to the moon, now we've been there, allegedly. I still don't get why we haven't been back to the moon. I don't get why there's not reality TV shows on the moon. I would watch every day. You know what I mean? They're doing Big Brother inside some small little house. I'm like, do it on the moon if we really went. You know what I mean? And so there's another theory about that. Like, also, maybe the aliens warned us, don't come back up here with that nonsense. And he's just like, okay. Because I can't explain why. But anyway, my point is, we have literally kind of thrown out there, hey, what's your vibe? You want to go to Mars? All right, we planning to put people in Mars. But it gets deeper than that. This house, somebody had to design this house. I come home, there's deer running across me all the time, blase split. Why? Because this was once their house, man. It was like forest everywhere and all of that. Everything starts off as a dream, but you don't get better by chance. You get better by choice. Somebody give it to me. You get better by choice. You ever heard the saying, life is what you make it? I hear you. That's true, right? But it's not just because you choose your own path in life. It's also because of the choices that you make along the way. You get what I mean? How come some people seem to be luckier than other people, right? How come some people just seem to live more abundance, more effortlessly, right? Because it's not chance that determines your life. It's choice. It's not chance that determines your life. It's choice. I don't know how many of us recognize it, right? But at the end of the day, whether it's big or whether it's small, every decision that we make can change our lives for the better or for the worse, right? A lot of people might say that fate is predetermined. I believe that, right? A lot of people say that, it's like there's a certain, check it out. What I always say is your free will is what you do. God's will is what you become, right? You can't get discouraged. You can't allow people to come in and take your courage away, discourage you. If things don't go your way, a lot of times, I'm going to go ahead and say every time, there is hidden in that obstacle, there is hidden in that adversity, the exact recipe you need to become who you're supposed to be. It's never too late to win. It's never too late to make a change. It's never too late to choose a different path. The problem is we don't make decisions many times. Many times what we make is choices. But once you make a decision, you ain't got to make so many choices. So here are 5 ways that I want you to decide to think that are going to change your perspective and make it so you can achieve the impossible. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? All right, here we go. Here we go. Number 1 is you've got to shun negativity. You've got to push negativity away. You've got to eliminate negativity. This is one of the primary things you need to do when dreaming big. Now, negative is necessary. Somebody give me that in the comments. Negative is necessary. Somebody type that in the caption when you share this video with somebody. When you share this video with your timeline. When you share this video with your messenger group. Somebody give it to me. Negative is necessary. Never forget, a plane takes off against the wind. Right? A plane takes off against the wind, not with it. This is physics, y'all. This ain't philosophy. This is physics. This is how it works. It's the strength that the caterpillar has to use to break out that cocoon that makes it so that it can fly. Negative is necessary. And so when these negative thoughts start to creep into your head, what I want you to do is recognize you got enough negativity around you. You don't need it inside you as well. You got me? You got me? You don't need it inside. You got me? Check it out. When negative crap starts to creep into your head, I dare you, push it out with a good memory, or push it out with the thought of a good day, or push it out with the thought of a good friend, right? Your favorite family member. Maybe it's your child, maybe it's a parent. But I dare you, stop trying to erase the negative thoughts and instead replace the negative thoughts, right? Somebody say replace negativity. Replace negativity. All right, check it out. Here's the second one. Do what makes you happy. This is a way to change your perspective and achieve the impossible. Because at the end of the day, the one that's going to persevere is the one who's living in love, not fear. Huh? The one who's going to persevere is the one that's embracing love, not the one that's living in fear. Oh, don't get me wrong. Fear is useful. Fear is useful. There is a moment where fear, I mean, you got to remember, God in his infinite wisdom gave us fear as a mechanism for making us better. Don't get it twisted. Fear is necessary sometimes, right? Because fear is designed to keep you safe. It's signaling information. But see, that ain't what's going to make you persevere. That ain't going to be that emotion and I won't even say that, right? Because fear will sometimes drive you. It's an incredible driver. Here's the essence of what I'm saying, because I want you to be able to lock this into your mind as principle, not some opinion. Check this out, y'all. If you want to be fulfilled at the end of your journey, you can't come from greed. You can't come from wanting to prove something to somebody, and you can't come from fear. You've got to come from purpose and love. Millionaires, you got to do what makes you happy. You got to flood yourself in positivity, and then you naturally start to dream big. This is because a constant positive state makes a happy person, and a happy person can make miracles. This is what you got to remember. A miracle is just a shift in consciousness. This is why you hear me say almost every morning that it's faith, that is praise and worship that creates the atmosphere for miracles. Why would praise create the atmosphere for miracles? Why would worship create the atmosphere for miracles? Because we know everything happens in an atmosphere. Am I right? Where my lovers at in the building? You know, if you've listen, everything happens in an atmosphere. There's a reason when you go out on a date, you take her to a restaurant where there's candles and there's some man playing, right? Because everything happens in an atmosphere. You got me. There's a reason that a library is quiet and a nightclub is loud, because everything happens in an atmosphere. Well, the reason that praise and worship create the atmosphere for miracles is because a miracle is just a shift in consciousness. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? A miracle is just a shift in consciousness. Somebody write this in the comments if you believe me. Somebody say, Peter walked on water too. Peter walked on water too. Until he started saying, how am I doing this? Then he almost killed himself out there. If you feel me, somebody say, Peter walked on water too, and share this with 3 people. Share this with 3 people that are thinking too small. Share this with 3 people that don't recognize God's love for them. Share this with 3 people that don't understand how powerful it is that you were created in God's image, that you top of the food chain, that you God's highest form of creation. Peter walked on water too. Peter walked on water too. That's an absolute fact. Peter walked on water too. Let's go. Peter walked on water too. Let's get it. Let's get it. Peter walked on water too. A miracle is just a shift in consciousness. Is that a fact? Is that a fact? And so on that note, here's the 3rd one I got for you. Millionaires, you got to train yourself to see the invisible. You got to train yourself to see the invisible. Do you know how impossible so many things that we witness every day and we be like, would not happen if not for the invisible? Think about this now. Your eyes can only see a tenth of a tenth of a tenth of a tenth of the information that's around you every day. You can't see ultraviolet. You can't see X-rays. You can't see gamma rays. You can't see oxygen. You can't see radio signals. You can't see whatever's coming out your phone and making it so you don't need wires. You can't see what's going on in between your ears when you wear these headsets and all of that. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? But just because it's impossible, just because it's invisible, don't mean it doesn't exist. As a matter of fact, everything powerful is invisible. Everything really powerful, love, right? Passion. These we know they exist, but they're invisible. I dare you to see the invisible. You know, sometimes I ask them, I'll be like, hey, somebody give me that passage where it be like faith is the substance. Does anybody know that full scripture right there? Anybody know that one? That's what a lot of people miss. That joint says, now faith is the substance, right? Et cetera, et cetera. Now faith. People leave out now. People leave out now. Let me tell you about faith. Faith is all about the fact that the devil don't care how many people you intend to save. The devil don't care how much work you intend to put in for the kingdom. The devil don't care how much you praise and how much you worship, as long as you're going to do it tomorrow. I said now faith. Because today belongs to God. The devil owns tomorrow. The devil owns someday. The devil owns next week, next month, next year. Now faith. Right? Now faith. You know, all I'm trying to say to you is that, you know, when David about to go and battle Goliath, you know, Saul, the tallest cat around, and he's head and shoulders above, like that means he only comes up to his shoulders and whatnot. And then here's Goliath that's 10 feet tall. Think about that. Here's Goliath with 6 fingers on each hand, 6 toes on each foot. You know what I mean? They said Goliath, the spearhead, not the whole spear, the tip of the spear was 16 pounds. He hit you with that thing, limbs explode. You feel me? You might as well say that was then's version of a rocket launcher. It's like the fool was throwing a bowling ball. But David had now faith. Everybody else is like, Goliath is too big to hit. And David is like, Goliath is too big to miss. I could suck and still hit this fool. All I'm saying to you, y'all, is that just because you haven't seen it, just because you haven't heard it, it don't mean it don't exist, right? Right when we learn about the extraordinary things, we consider them impossible for us to do. But it's only after we see the invisible, these invisible steps, right? Like I said it the other. I was just in Chicago. You know, I was like, hey, you can't just stare up the steps. You got to step up the stairs, right? And with relevant persistence in place, we start to make these stairs visible to everybody that comes behind us. Am I making sense to somebody? Am I making sense to somebody? And that's why number 4 is have faith. Have faith. Somebody give it to me. Have faith. Now faith. Now faith. I mean, if you could only realize what tremendous power you got inside you, man. If only you could remove some of that self-doubt that eats you from within. If only you could become a certain type of person. It's a certain type of person that people give the gift of influence over their lives. It's a certain kind of person that we follow to the promised land. I mean, if you're in a burning building, you ain't going to follow the ones that's running around like, ah. You're going to follow the one that's hitting them corners. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, they know where they're going. You stuck at a train track. You know, everybody just sitting there like cattle. And then suddenly you see somebody make a decision and they pop out and they drive up and you say, hey, that person knows where they're going. They're certain. If only you could have now faith. You know, all the doors, even the impossible ones, right? Even the invisible ones start to fling open. If you would just believe in yourself, if you would just believe in God's love for you, if you would just believe that you're the highest form of God's creation. You hear me? And please don't confuse faith with hope. Hope is a thing of vanity. Hope is not a strategy. You got what I mean? Faith, on the other hand, I'm talking about what kind of faith, y'all? What kind of faith? Come on now, give it to me. What kind of faith? This is the strongest possible precondition to success. You got me? It's the strongest feeling that leads to success that you could conceive of. It's the key precondition to dreaming big. The butterfly can't see its wings. A bumblebee, according to the laws of physics, shouldn't even be able to fly. In that same way, y'all, we don't be seeing our own power. We don't be seeing our own power. You got me? But I dare you to change your perspective this morning. Here's number 5, y'all. Take action. Take action. Take action. Have an action bias. Yesterday, I was on the phone with one of my homies, and I would mention this thing, and he'd be like, hold on. I think that maybe when he's like, oh, I'm texting him right now. I say something else. He'd be like, he just go blank for a minute. He's like, oh yeah, I just now, so I'm gonna let you know. I'm talking about action. He was like, I'm sorry, I keep on. It probably sounds like I'm drifting. I was hitting him because it's like, otherwise and then that's when I started telling him about tomorrow. Hey, today belongs to God. Tomorrow belongs to the devil. You feel me? God don't care what greatness you planning as long as you planning to do it at some point in the future. I'm talking about there's something you can do today to walk up that mountain that represents the first step. That's a question I got for you. What can you do today that puts you one step? I don't care who you are that can hear my voice. Check it out. There is something you can do today to move closer to your dreams. You never are going to achieve them dreams if you're just sitting around on your thumbs. I dare you tune out all the negative feedback about your dream and instead talk to people who've already been there, done that, and gotten the t-shirt, at least in some way, right? Maybe they ain't married to your particular woman, but they married to a woman. You got what I mean? So maybe there's some game they got for you, right? Maybe they haven't achieved your particular dream in the particular method but maybe they've achieved something. They done achieved something. Maybe you can ask them some questions about how they navigated while they a mother. Maybe you could ask them some questions about how they navigated while they daddy's sick. Maybe you could ask them some questions about how they do it when their son has autism. Maybe you could ask them some questions about how they do it when they felt all the odds were against them, when they got turned down for that bank loan, when they faced rejection dozens and then hundreds and then thousands of times, if they really got greatness in them. You hear what I'm saying to you? Inquire them about the details, right? Inquire with them about the feelings they had on the way. How did it feel going through the ups and downs? Other dreamers and their success stories is going to start to make yours feel more possible, right? Even the word impossible, it says, I'm possible. Somebody give it to me. Somebody give it to me. Somebody say, I'm possible. All right, y'all. All I'm saying, y'all, is on your way to your huge dreams, because it's affirmation time. It's affirmation time. Y'all ready? I forgot to put this at the bottom the whole time. Follow me on Instagram for money making tips. I was supposed to say that a long time ago. Also, you can join our email list and you'll get the newsletter every week. We always give you newsletters on mindset, skill set, or heart set. I believe my newsletter is pound for pound the best newsletter on the planet. I think it has more wisdom in it than any other newsletter you've ever read. Check it out for yourself, though. Don't take my word for it. Try it out. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe. It's free, baby. It's free. All right. But all I'm saying is, on the way to your dream, please don't forget to dream with passion. Please don't forget the first thing you learned in Think and Grow Rich was have a burning desire. Don't be afraid to take small steps. Do not despise small beginnings, is how they put it in this big book about entrepreneurship. Small but steady, right? Visualize that dream. When God made us in his own image, never forget he started with an image, right? Talk about your dream loudly. Make it heard to the walls. You got me? Make it heard to yourself. Scream that thing to the universe. Nurture your self-confidence. Nurture your self-belief. Nurture your resilience as you proceed. Persist through the failures. Toughen up as when it gets hard, get hyped, because that's the part they ain't willing to do. You know that the difficulty is what's going to make you great. You know the difficulty is what makes you worthy of your destiny. You know your pain is your credentials. You know your scars is your certificates. I dare you go harder. The path exists, y'all. May you have the wisdom to find it. May you have the courage to get it on with it. And may you have the perseverance to follow that thing through. I love you all. I hope you got something out of here. You sign up for the newsletter right there. You go to millionaireminded.com. You go to millionaireminded.com and put your name in that little box, and it'll show you how to get on with that thing. Everybody with me? That's how you sign up for the newsletter. Appreciate that, Thomas. Appreciate that, Justice. Yeah, God started with an image. Yeah, God started with an image. That's super facts. All right, y'all. It's affirmation time. If you enjoyed this, please give us a follow on Instagram. Give us some stars if you're on Facebook, all that good stuff. All right, it's affirmation time. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Call in right now. Call in right now. I know you'd be scared to say affirmations, But this is how you recondition your mind. This is how you get your mind right. All right. Y'all ready? All right, here we go. Repeat after me. Say it like you mean it. Let's go. I am so